Welcome back to Wall Street Kid.
No.
No.
I feel my brain rotting right now.
I know.
I can't take it.
I can't listen to this fucking song anymore. I think I'm losing my fucking shit. Yeah, I'm losing my shit.
I could put on something else.
No.
Like Wiener music.
Wiener what?
Wiener music.
No.
Oh.
I don't want wiener, 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 wiener.
I'd rather listen to that than this.
Hollywood's talk show hosts make waves as they battle for overseas rating points. What?
Even I didn't understand that.
Can I play Earthbound again? The Earthbound Halloween hack? It's so much more fun. I think I'm actually getting a headache. What? Oh, it's Carnivore.
Fucking Sydney and Maury are talking about what ducks eat, and Sydney's like, they eat seed and plants, and me and Maury are like, the only thing that we've ever seen ducks eat is bread.
Which is something you shouldn't do.
And she's like, bread is bad for them, and I'm literally about to say ducks make bread in the wild.
I love the bullshit that you say to her. Ducks make bread in the wild.
I'm gonna say ducks make bread in the wild. It's a natural food source for them.
They make it.
And then I'm gonna say, prove me wrong.
It's like that person at the table. Changed my mind.
I love the guy at the table. Changed my mind. I love it.
There was one where it was like, I shifted the world slightly to the right, please change it back.
I love the arguments between, like, whether the world is flat or whether it's round, and then fucking Einstein comes in with, actually, it's an oblate spheroid.
But it is.
Exactly.
Actually.
Actually. An oblate spheroid.
I'm going swimming on this oblate spheroid.
This oblate spheroid of a fucking planet that we call home. Oh, God.
Carnivore.
Actually, I'm a
It's Priscilla. Tomorrow's the big day. I'm so happy. Our honeymoon on the yacht will be so exciting.
I'm actually a Nazi. You can be forgiven. Who's also a vegan.
What?
I don't know why people hate vegans so much.
Because they're crazy.
Is it because they gloat about being vegan?
It's because they shoot up YouTube.
You're not gonna find that in the papers.
What you'll find is pictures of her that are like, yeah, I'm totally white, even though she's not.
Yeah.
There was actually a news website that like took her picture and made her look white.
Oh, that's funny.
And then they were like, we took this right off of her Facebook profile, and then she deleted it.
No.
No.
I refuse.
Did
she go away and get a tan, perhaps?
before shooting up YouTube.
You gotta look your best. Getting married.
Aye, we're married. Congratulations on your marriage. Your beautiful new wife will fit into
nicely into my
very nice into my pocket.
Your beautiful wife's. I can't even come up with anything. I was gonna call it the equivalent of a cock sleeve for him, but I can't think of anything.
Ew. Can I tell you how much that fucking word fucking disgusts me? Fucking cock sleeve.
I think it's a funny
That's
insult.
disgusting.
I think insults are readily evolving in this day and age, and it's important to stay ahead of the times.
I've just been informed that the castle will be sold at an auction on July 1st. Uh-oh. And 10% of the closing bid will be due in cash. The balance must be paid by July 28th.
That's not bad. I mean, the rest we could pay off with stock.
Please keep in mind that maintaining the Benedict standard of living doesn't only include showing money, profit, and manageability. Your health and marriage conditions are also subject to judge. Have a wonderful honeymoon on your new yacht. I wish I knew how much that was.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset that he didn't tell us.
Yeah. Happy honeymooners!
One of these days, Alice.
Bang! Zoom to the moon! You see?
And then
what is this monster in the clouds? It's like a Stegosaurus.
That's Alice. After
She
she
went to the
flew
moon.
into the moon, and it's like a Stegosaurus. Oh, that's a funny thing to relate that.
We
cloud
were
to.
gone for the rest of the week.
And then I punched her into the sun.
No, honey, I have to work.
Die. Your password. 600 milligrams.
No, honey.
After being trapped on a boat with that bitch for a week, I'm so happy to get back into the office.
The auction for the castle is only 3 weeks away. You must get that castle back to keep the family heritage from being destroyed. I have confirmed that the starting bid will be $2 million. Just to be on the safe side, I suggest you bring at least $1 million cash to the auction.
How does that make any sense? If the starting bid is going to be $2 million, how
You're best to save, but be careful not to neglect your wife. Why is it so much money?
We need a lot of money. I'm glad we took out that loan.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck paying it back.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're gonna need like $2 million for the fucking castle, and also the what was it, 800,000 for the loan.
Yeah. And we have to pay back the loan first.
Wieners and
Wiener, wiener, wiener. Wiener. Wiener.
stop it! Stop yelling his name.
Ooh.
Wagner.
No. Wagner, Wagner, Wagner. Ping is ping. Kill me.
I need a beer.
Are you going to go get one?
I'm just going to the bathroom.
Okay, goodbye. I guess I'll do this on my own. Okay, we're gonna have a lovely, specifically 2 hours. Winner! I hope you heard that. Okay. Moving on. Thank God I am not required to beat this game. Oh, speculative growth. Oh, we're fired, man. There have been proven reports of danger. Okay, so I can't swim today. So we're gonna go swimming. No. Good decision. Working out is very good. Very, very good. Ay. It's Tuesday already? Oh. That's it for today. It should be. Same as usual. Still fired, man. I'm hoping to at least get like 1,800,000 by the end of by the time I have to pay back my fucking loans. So that I could at least have $1 million before I get into this place. If I could have more, that'd be fantastic. I wonder if I can take out a loan after... I should be able to, right? Unless she just won't let me. This is still Fireman's, right? I had a really good idea that I hope I'm able to execute on. So, like, as you saw before, I was able to both pay back my loan and take out another one in the same day, right? So I'm thinking, once I pay back my loan, couldn't I theoretically take out another one and never have to pay it back?
Yeah, I guess so.
Unless it just straight up won't let me.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
That would be really cool, though.
Yeah. Because, like, I know for a fact, once I buy the castle, that's it. That's the game.
Over, yeah. I guess so. We might be able to.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to try.
Yeah. God damn it, I keep forgetting. Fuck. This is like the 5th time I looked at the fucking newspaper. Okay! I just want to know if I stay. Ticker tape. Fuck. I'm hoping to have, like, almost $2 million by the time I have to pay back the loan.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Well, how much does the castle cost?
It's an auction.
But does it vary every time?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, you have a starting bid and then you have to...
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Then theoretically, wouldn't you lose like 100% of the time? Sometimes?
Depends on how much of a fucking asshole the other bidders are.
Wonder how high they can go.
Hot Stocks Bulletin. Bethlehem Steel. So Warholski is probably just a play on Andy Warhol, which brings me to my next point. Do you know how much I hate Andy Warhol and his work?
Why?
Because all it is just fucking copy-paste.
Really?
He traces. He made a career out of tracing and copying and pasting.
What do you mean?
You know that famous thing of the Campbell soup cans, right?
Yeah.
Well, he did that. All he did was copy and paste.
Oh. Meaner.
All he did was trace a picture of a Campbell soup can and was just like, I'm gonna color it different. 9 different times.
Oh.
Or he's just like, I'm gonna make movies now. So, my first movie, well, probably not his first movie, I don't know what his first movie was. It's like, my first movie is gonna be a camera staring at the Empire State Building for 12 hours. And nothing else.
What are you
talking
about?
I'm not kidding.
Really?
It's a movie called Empire. Do you remember?
It's a 12-hour-long movie?
Yes. It's a 12-hour-long movie that is literally nothing but a camera staring at the Empire State Building.
And how much money did he make for this?
I don't fucking know. Probably a lot because it's art.
What?
Yeah, look it up.
People are weird.
He also made a movie, I think it's called Deep Throat, which is just watching a guy get a blowjob from his perspective. But, like, not like his perspective as in, like, his point of view, but, like, his face. So, like, the part you wouldn't want to see. Yeah.
What?
There's also another movie, I'm not sure if it was Andy Warhol or not, called Sleep. Guess what that is? It's literally just watching a guy sleep throughout the night, and it's 8 hours long.
Oh.
Like...
I can't believe he's made money off this crap.
Yes.
That's weird.
All he does is trace and make bad movies.
It's weird.
I hate him.
Why does he make
I hate everything he does. He's not an artist. Now that my Andy Warhol rant of the week has concluded, what are you reading?
This is a great fucking manga. I recommend it to anyone. I was browsing around on Facebook the other day, and I found this Japanese horror page, and I started reading this manga called Tenku Shinpan.
Uh-huh.
And it's basically a story about, like, this woman. She just appears in this world, and the first thing that she sees is this guy wearing a smiley mask, murdering this other guy with an axe. And basically, her and like a bunch of other people were teleported into this world. They're all on top of high-rise buildings and skyscrapers. These buildings are connected via suspension bridges, and it's impossible to get down to the ground. And they're fighting against these psychopaths wearing masks that try to kill them, or try to instill despair in them and make them commit suicide by jumping off of the building. And it's basically about, like, her trying to survive in this world, while also, of course, trying to figure out what in fuck's name is going on. And it's just so good. The plot line and the character development is just so fucking good. Then it's like, I really love action-packed mangas that are, like, realistic when it comes to injury. Like, for example, like, I'm a really big fan of shonen manga. I love action-packed fights, but there are a lot of shonen mangas where people don't really get injured realistically, and they don't die.
Like, how many fucking times has, like, Jotaro coughed up blood, or any of the JoJo's really, how many times have they coughed up blood and literally gotten impaled? Or had literal holes in them?
And they're fine.
Yeah, and they're just perfectly fine to fight.
Like, a really good example is, like, One Piece. If you look at all of Zoro's fights, Zoro will cut someone to fucking ribbons, but they don't really even have, like, a wound on them. They just have, like, a line across them and some blood. Like, he doesn't, like, cut off people's arms. He doesn't, like, cut them in half. He just, like, cuts the surface of their skin, but it causes enough pain to just knock them out. You know what I mean? Like, it isn't realistic.
Yeah.
Like, there are plenty of times where, like, later on, Zoro will go to cut someone,
Jesus.
and the cut will be so powerful, it'll, like, cut an object, like, behind them. But the person themselves doesn't get, like, cut through. It's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. But in this manga, when people get attacked, it actually does, like, a realistic kind of wound. And they treat it realistically, like for example, like in real life, like if you're reading like a shonen manga and someone gets their fucking hand cut off,
yeah,
you know, you can't stay awake if that happens to you.
Yeah, no.
Like, even if you have the balls to deal with the pain, the drop in blood pressure will knock you unconscious. Your body will lose consciousness because of blood loss, alright? You can't just stay awake with sheer willpower and force of will. It's not realistic. It's not possible. So, like, in this manga, in Shinpan, that's what happens against people that take deep wounds. They lose consciousness, like, a few moments afterwards. Even if it doesn't flat out immediately kill them, the blood loss just knocks them out. You know? And yeah. I appreciate that because it's realistic. It's a shonen manga, but it's like, it's not the typical kind of shonen manga where it's like, oh yeah, let's just beat the tar out of everyone and everything will be fine. Yeah, it's like, no, it's like a psychopath is trying to fucking kill you. It's either you kill them or they're going to kill you. There's no other way around it. You can't convince them to stop. You can't knock them out and have them become your friend. No, it doesn't work like that. Oh, I definitely like it a lot. I've been trying to get, like, everybody that I know to give it a read.
Is that what you sent me?
No, I sent you something else. I'll send you the one that I'm talking about. But, I've been trying to get everybody to read it because I liked it so much that I read it once, and then the next day I read it again because I liked it that much. Now, the one that I sent you was something called Goblin Slayer, which is basically about, like, one of those, like, medieval fantasy things that's became really popular after Sword Art Online, right? But not, like, virtual reality or anything like that. It's, like, actual back in the day. And it's basically about this guy who's, like, a really high-rank adventurer, but all he does is kill goblins. And, like, goblins are, like, considered to be runt enemies, you know? They're not smart. They're not strong. They're pretty stupid in the grand scheme of things. And this guy, the Goblin Slayer, I think his name is Orkball. All he does is kill goblins, and that's it. Even though he's a high-class adventurer and he should be fighting things like demon lords and dragons, he refuses and he just fights against goblins. And it's basically just about that. It's about him assembling a team and just fighting against goblins.
And on that note, we're going to end the episode. I'm Bottles.
And I'm...
Bye!